good did that feel as a team?
Oh man, it felt amazing. Honestly, it's like we really missed that feeling in the locker room after a game. We just being able to celebrate as a team after another win. You know, our last win was after the first game. So throughout the season, we really been missing that, and it really brought the team back together.
I feel like it was just a long time coming. We were just stay resilient and just kept trying to get better each week. And we just wanted to go out there. We knew it was going to be a tough game. A lot of things change, and for us, just wanted to come out there and leave there with a win. Didn't want to travel back that long plane ride back sad. So it was a good thing that we came out with the win, and it was just a relief for us and a good thing moving forward for the guys next year.
Well, for both of you as well, I know this season hasn't gone as planned, but kind of what will you take away from your time here at Coastal Carolina?
For me, it is just family. Like the guys that I've been around for the past couple years, they just been great to me. They always treated me with respect and things like that, and I didn't see anything wrong since my time here. I just liked it here. Like, I didn't want to leave. I had chances to go somewhere, but I didn't want to hinder that. I wanted to stay here with the guys, even though with all the coaching change and things like that. I just wanted to remain a Coastal Carolina Chanticleer and just do what I can for the season. I know we didn't finish how we wanted to, or didn't win as many games as we would like to, but I felt like we all bought in and stayed together. We knew it was going to be tough moving into the Sun Belt, and that's all I really have to say.
For me, it was family too. You build a strong bond with the guys. Even I still talk to guys that were here my freshman year. Like I got a call earlier from DeJuan Smith. He was one of the coaches here when I got here at Signaler, and he told me he's coming down this week. And I still talk to guys like Booby that started our safety for us for a little while, and it's like having those relationships, those bonds with guys that still till this day that we haven't played with alongside with in 2-3 years. It's still there like a brotherhood, you know, and we'll have that for the rest of our lives.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, they do things a little differently in this program than they do maybe at other colleges. So, is there anything you think you may have gained at this in this program at this school that you may not have gained had you gone someplace else?
I would say for me, I think I got a lot more mature. I knew when I first came in, I was like a little head case and things like that, but I finally bought into the concept of BAM. And it was, and at first, when I first came here, it's like we don't have no rules here. So like it's basically you do what you want. But at the end of the day, you have to realize what you do, good or bad, is going to have a consequence at the end of the day. So it was just something that I had to grasp on and really take into myself to become the guy I am now. I don't think I would be the person I am today if I hadn't chosen to come to this program.
Shane, you want to address that also?
Yeah, that's the same for me. Being able to grow up in a program like this is amazing. The way we matured here, like all of us coming in together, like I still have memories from guys like C.J. Thompson getting in trouble and myself getting in trouble and stuff in study hall, like the little dumb things we did, but knowing that, like Coach Mowgli, it was like he put the fear of God in you without even doing anything. It was like a parent. So once he said something, you was like, oh crap, I better straighten up now. And it was like he didn't really have to say much to us. We respected the coaches, and that's what keeps BAM alive here. Just having that respect for your coaches and looking at them like these guys want the best for us, and you got to understand that coming in.
I know this is a team game, but for you guys, both of you have left kind of your mark and legacy on and off the field. Kind of what does it mean to you to kind of have your name in the record books alongside the Talaferros, the Hendersons, and kind of the Normans?
It feels good to be mentioned with guys that left their staple here on Coastal's program. For me, it's just I just was playing football, and the stats came along with it. So I would just wanted to go out there and give my best for the team and do the things that I felt like I was capable of doing and making plays. Everything just came along with that.
Kind of Shane, when you look at Georgia Southern this weekend, how important will eye discipline kind of be on defense?
Everything's real important. coming from the way the quarterback turns to which way the line flows as usual. But when you're playing a triple option team, you have your job and you got to stick to your job. Like if I know I have B gap, I can't jump out the C gap, or like anything can happen at any given moment. Like against other teams, they aren't as fluent with their runs and stuff, so you can maybe jump out of a gap and jump back in. And with a team like this, they're downhill really, really fast, and then with their quarterback, you got to be inside out with him, or you got to know there's a player outside of you, so you got to stay on your side of the quarterback. No, you can't switch hips or anything. So you got to have your pursuit angles right, and you got to be on your game.
That's all.
Yeah.
Knowing this is your guys' last game, I mean, no bowl game or anything like this, I mean, how does it kind of feel knowing this is going to be your last game in Coastal Carolina?
It's just ball out. Last game, just lay it all out there on the line and get these guys going into the Sun Belt next season with a great mindset. It's been real tough for us this season. It's been a lot of tears, a lot of breakdowns, like just a lot going on. But for me, for my last game, it's just go out there, lay it all on the line, and whatever happens is going to happen. We come out with a win. That's great for Coastal. If not, it's always a chance to get better.
What about you, Shane? How do you think it'll feel out there?
He said it all.
Lay it on the line.
Yeah, you gotta just know that we're not playing this game for us. Like, yeah, we it's senior day and everything. Like, it's good for us. We had our family down, but we, at the end of the day, like Coach Mowgli always said, we want to make Coastal Carolina proud. Like, if we play our game, the game I know we can play, I think we'll come out of this very, very happy and lead the next season on with good momentum, coming off a 2-win streak.
Well, we had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We had the open week, and it was much needed. We played 10 straight games. Our guys were obviously tired from playing that long. It was a long stretch, but it was nice of us to get the win and then have that bye week to one, savor the victory, which was a long time coming, but also just to help our guys recoup, and get ready for this last game. We took a couple days during the bye week to start preparing for Georgia Southern, and then now obviously since we've got back Sunday, that's what our total focus has been on, and hopefully we'll be as healthy as we have been in a long time for that game, and we're looking hopefully to continue the streak. You know, we got to win. We'd like to have another one and close out this season with 2 straight Sun Belt victories to give us a lot of momentum going into the off season, and so that's our plan. That's what we're working towards.
I know it's been a week and a half, but can you take us back to that Idaho game and just the relief, the sense of just I guess the sense of relief getting that victory 13-7 on the road, just how the guys felt and how you guys felt just after that game?
Well, it was a great locker room. You know, we've gotten better, I think, the last 3, 4, 5 weeks as a team and as a program. We've not had a victory to show for it, but we've played a lot better in a lot of ways. And to go, that far on the road to an opponent that was in a bowl game last year that was playing for a bowl game. If they won out, they had a chance to go back to a bowl game. And for us to be able to find a way to get a victory in the way that we did, I thought our defense obviously played well. We did just enough offensively, and thought our special teams were a very positive force in that game. It seems like forever that it was there because it was over 2 weeks. But really liked the way we just kept fighting and the resolve, and that our guys played in a tough environment. So that's something that we can definitely. One, we savored. It was fun. It was a great locker room, but hopefully to build off of this coming week.
I know you haven't been here only for a year, but kind of what has this senior class meant to you in the time that you've known them?
Well, it's obviously been a challenge for me and them. To be honest, they're trying to get to know me, and I had to rely a lot on them because they were, been the big part of the foundation for this program and what's going forward. And they weren't responsible for the situation they put in, but they had to try to deal with it the best they could. And the thing that I would share about them is they wanted to continue obviously the high standards, and they welcome me in with open arms, which was obviously. Much needed. They really helped me through the season and through the way we try to do things at Coastal, and it was a positive. I wish, I could have done a better job for them to send them out on and more wins, obviously. But the thing that I've shared with them and told them is the way they handled this season, the way they handled the adversity that we faced. If they continue to fight, continue to do those things, that all the wins they've had were great, but the foundation they'll lay for this team and this program going forward will be what people remember by. And I think they've done a nice job of that. We've had some up and downs, but they've continued to give their all for each other and continue to fight, and that's what you can ask. You know, that's what you want to ask, and that's what they've done.
Is Tyler available for his final game, and if not, what you're playing quarterback?
He's practiced a little bit. We've got him some reps. He's not 100%, so I doubt he'll play. He'll dress. If I can get him in there, if the game flow permits, then I will do that because I want to give him that opportunity. I think he deserves that. But I don't know if he's 100% where if he has to make a tight throw in a window, if he just has the capability of doing that with his injury right now. We still got a couple days here, or another day or so to see if it gets any better. But if not, Kilton will start, and then if something happens there, if he loses his helmet or gets banged up, depending on the situation, probably go with Austin Wilson until Kilton comes back.
Is there an excitement and a buzz having your guys' final game here at home, a chance to win one to kind of cap off the 2017 season here?
I hope so. This is the last opportunity that the seniors specifically get to put it on here at this place, and they've obviously had tons of success. We've played better on the road, but hopefully we'll get that changed. Hopefully this will be the best game that we've played at home. I do think the guys, when you have your senior day, I mean, that's one of the, no matter what your season is, that's one you always remember. Everybody, you remember probably a lot about high school, but you remember your senior game in high school, and you're going to remember a lot about college. You're going to remember your senior day, good or bad. And so hopefully, we'll have, you'll see us play with a lot of excitement, a lot of passion. I know they will. They're obviously playing well Georgia Southern the last couple of weeks, but I think you'll see our guys come out and want to end this season the right way.
Kind of going off that, they've won 2 straight, and the interim has been promoted to the permanent. Kind of what have you seen from the Eagles so far this season?
Well, they were obviously got off to a bad start, and they made the change. I think it was game 6 or 7, and the interim I think looked like he's a graduate of there, so that I think there was a groundswell support for him from the players that wanted him to get the job. They started out I think 0-3 with him, and now have won the last 2, and are playing a lot better. I think they're obviously a lot very talented. They weren't an 0 and whatever team they were, or 2-9 talent wise. I think he's got them playing hard, and that's the thing that I challenged our team is they were playing. Those players were playing for him to get the job. Obviously, you could tell that. And so now that he's got it, they're excited. They're playing with more passion and emotion, and we have to be, Saturday we have to be the team because of playing here. Final game with these guys that have been so much of the program, and for us building for, going into next year and making this, our name in the Sun Belt Conference. I hope that you'll see our team play with that type of excitement. We'll need to, because if we don't, they're on a high right now, and so we need to knock them off of it.
What kind of history do you have going against? I'm sure you played against them when you were at ETSU. What kind of history do you have?
Not very good, obviously. Not most people don't. I think let's see. From 1995 to 2003, played them every year. Beat them in 95, 96. And beat them in 2001 when they were number 1 team in the country. So 3 out of whatever years that were. So I guess that's decent compared to most people. But they're obviously everyone knows about their tradition and the type of people that the type of teams they've had and players they've had. So they have a proud tradition, and they're coming up here to win. They're feeling good about what they're doing, but I think you'll see our team play just as well. So 3-8, 3 and so whatever that it was. I don't know how many years that was. 9 years, 3 and 6, I guess. So.
Offensively, just the 13 points against Idaho. You guys have been able to score in bunches this year. How do you kind of get back on track and maybe get the offense back on track here this week?
Well, it was a little misleading. I think we had a couple chances to get some touchdowns we missed, and then what happens when you're in a game like that? We felt our defense was shutting them down. And the only way they maybe had a chance to score if we turned the ball over, if we did something crazy to put them in good field position. So not saying we didn't try to score, we were trying to score, but you want to make sure you don't give, especially Kilton playing. He's still learning. Didn't want to put him in a position where maybe if he made a mistake, they could take it back. So we're a little more conservative maybe than we have been just because of the situation in the game and the way our defense was dominating. Didn't want to do anything catastrophic. But we had to be. I thought we were a lot better on 3rd down than we have been. We just didn't finish some drives. We got inside the red zone a couple times, 2 or 3 times, got a field goal out of it, missed one, and then had a chance at had another play and had a turnover. So just if we'll finish those drives, you end up scoring a couple more and you feel decent about it. So we're getting better each week. and just not doing enough consistently to get that extra first down or put that ball in the end zone. And that's just something that as young guys are learning and playing, Idaho did played a defense that we hadn't seen in 3 or 4 weeks. Our young guys, even though they've played 3 or 4 games now, there was freshmen up front, it's still new for them, and so it takes us a while to adjust. So hopefully with this open week, unless Georgia Southern does something completely different than they've done, hopefully we'll have an idea of what they're trying to do, and our guys will be ready to play, and we can be more productive.
I guess going off that, Georgia Southern historically known for their option rushing attack. This year, recently, it's kind of changed a little bit, but kind of what challenges does their running game present?
Well, they struggled with it earlier. In the last 2-3 weeks, probably they're really doing well. I don't think the scheme as much is going to be the biggest challenge. It's just the people that they're doing it with. They've got some players that can really run. Their quarterback can really go if he gets out in space. They got some backs that are pretty good, and so I think that's more the challenge is just making sure you line up and you do what you're supposed to do defensively, be discipline wise. You got to make sure you fit your gaps and do all those things. And if you do that, then you have a good chance of shutting people down. What happens is because they have such good speed, you miss a line or you don't do what you're supposed to do, they have a guy that can take it the distance in a couple places. And so we're going to have to do a really good job of being disciplined on defense and fitting our gaps and making them earn it. And if we make them earn it, then hopefully we make them make a couple mistakes. If we let them run up and down the field and they get confidence, it'll be a track meet. And we'll have to. But I think our defense has got a good plan, and we'll see what happens.
What would a win for the program on Saturday mean going forward for you guys as you go into the off season?
Well, I think one, just for the senior class and all the things that they've done. I mean, the senior class here is the reason why you're at FBS with all the success they've had. So hopefully for them, but two, just gives you more momentum going into that off season. Your off season program, your spring practice, that coming off a win. There's obviously you got to win or lose. Whether we win or lose, will it change what we need to do to get accomplished? No. But it sure feels a lot better on Sunday morning with a big victory and finishing, having 2 wins in the conference and using that momentum and the guys feeling great about the direction you're heading. But regardless, we know what we've got to do to take that next step. Getting a win would be great for us to do that, but that's not going to, if we don't, it's not going to prevent from the things we need to do to get better. All right. Appreciate y'all, guys.
Thanks, Jamie.